Hey everyone, so there's a bit of a trend going on in which people refer to their babies as theybies in order to let their children decide what gender they are. So these parents have only two options. They either did not use basic critical thinking skills to think this through, or they are doing this only to engage in virtue signaling and showing everyone else just how forward thinking they are in a rather narcissistic manner. Now, why do I say they must not have used critical thinking skills? Well, because the word baby is a genderless term. I thought that is something that these people liked, non-gender specified terms, and that's exactly what the word baby is. Here, we can look at the definition. It doesn't define gender, sexual orientation, self-identity, or anything else except an age range of a living thing. And did you hear what I just said? I said a living thing instead of a human, because the term baby doesn't even refer necessarily to humans. You can call a newborn shark a baby. You can call a newborn horse a baby. You can call a newborn jellyfish just a baby. You see, the term baby doesn't even hint at what species you are talking about, let alone the gender. So why the need to say the term theyby, as if you get to breathe a sigh of relief that you're not forcing your child to grow up with any sort of gender role? The term baby never did that in the first place, so this whole thing makes absolutely no sense, just like most of everything else the SJW movement does. So what does this actually come down to? This comes down to people desperately and feverishly trying to show everyone else just how progressive they are. That's the whole deal. That's all this is. Considering how little sense this makes in the context of how the English language works, that is the only conclusion I can come to. These people are merely trying to represent themselves as the most progressive person in the room, and they are certainly deserving that title. They have become so progressive they've done a full circle and have returned to the regressive mental state in which the meaning of basic words goes right over their heads. And to the parents of these kids, I would remind them that there are a lot of well-adjusted people with good heads on their shoulders, and they were likely referred to as a baby when they were younger. They might have even been referred to as a little boy or a little girl, and I don't see much evidence that this causes many problems. So if you want to call your kids the Theybies, fine, have at it, but just realize that every reasonable person with a functioning brain that hears you say this is cringing unbelievably at you. Thanks, and that's all.